What's going on, Madden fans? Back on another video. Real quick before we jump into it, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. I'm currently at 19, trying to get to 100. As you can see right here on the screen, I haven't played the game. This is official PS5. The only thing I've done on the PS5 is play Superstar KO. I have not touched regs. And it's just because when I played Superstar KO, the feel of it was so much different that I didn't know how a regular game would go. So I've still been grinding on the PS4, trying to get to the top 100 there as opposed to playing on the PS5. But today I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give y'all PS5 gameplay. I do have it. I have been grinding on 2K. And the 2K channel will be up sometime next month, but this is where I'm at. I want to get better at Madden. I want to be able to start competing against pros and things like that. So I guess for me, the grind starts here, just trying to stay consistent in the top 100. But with that being said, I don't think I'm going to grind PS5 until next Madden, just because I'm still so far ahead on the PS4 side, and that's where my league is, and not enough people still have the PS5 yet. So I'm going to just stick to the PS4 until then. You still get the Superstar KO gameplay out of PS5 and everything like that, but for those who haven't had a chance to see it yet, which the only way you haven't had a chance to see it is if you haven't looked, but for those who want to know what the gameplay is like and the feel of it, that's kind of what I'm going to go over in this video. I just want to give people a good in-depth look of what the PS5 is about, how it works, what the gameplay is like, how I feel about speed, how I feel about my scheme that I normally would run, and things like that. As you can see, I'm setting up the Chiefs depth chart, hometown team. If I'm going to go in there blind, I got to use the best team I feel like is going to help me get a dub. Just based off the PS4, I'm expecting to play against like the Packers user, or probably even the Bucks, just because they going to the Super Bowl. Maybe even the Seahawks, but I know if I'm playing against those teams, I need the Chiefs. One thing about PS5, as you will see, the loading time still takes forever. Like, this is my first ever game, so I should be able to find a match quick. Instead, it takes me almost 3 minutes trying to find a game. But as you can see, the new screen is dope. It tells you what type of game you're playing. It's online head-to-head. Capilot King Sosa. This is my first game playing against him. He comes out with the Bears. I'm thinking to myself, why would somebody pick the Bears? But then again, he's probably been playing this since it came out, and me, I'm just now starting. So he's going to get the ball first. And the first thing I'm looking at is this new interface. Like, I don't understand it. I'm used to just going to formations and picking my plays. And he comes out, one running back, two tight ends, two wide receivers, pretty much looking like he's probably going to run the ball. So I come out in my normal run defense. Alright, once I do that, Montgomery gets through the hole. As you can see, this is Snead chasing down Montgomery. He breaks that tackle and goes into the end zone. At this point, I'm thinking, what did I get myself into? Like, why is that guy so fast? And you look at it, he only has like 88 speed. And Snead was barely keeping up with him. The PS5 gameplay is so much more realistic to real life that speed is still important. It's just not as overpowered if you know what you're doing, if you know what concepts you're trying to do. But with that being said, it's very hard to stop, people with good route running, the ability to cut in and out of breaks. It's very tough to stop receivers that are good. As you see the stick work by me, just making guys miss. See, on the PS4, I would have scored right there, just by making people miss. On the PS5, they actually run you all the way down and make a play. Right here, Khalil Mack blows up the play. Now I'm on fourth down, and I didn't take the game too seriously. I just wanted to see what the feel level was like. So you see me going for it here on fourth down, where I normally would punt. And I was looking for Travis Kelce in the back of the end zone. I get hit as I threw. And then Fuller is on his way to the house, but that DK Metcalf speed of Tyreek Hill is going to chase him down before he can get into the end zone. The very next possession, Trubisky's going to drive back. I'm sitting right there in coverage, and we get the ball back. So from what I've seen, with the game being more realistic, it's more important to know what your reads are and how you want to beat something. The same concepts that normally would work is you see me make a man miss and take it to the end zone with Tyreek. The same concepts that normally would work on the PS4 where it's a little bit more stiff and the players are more likely to stick to you. And speed is just everything. It's not like that on the PS5. It's kind of refreshing. Like, it's going to take a while to get used to because the gameplay seems much slower, but it's smooth. One thing they teach us in the military is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So even though the gameplay does appear to be slower, it's a lot smooth. Like, the feel of the game feels great. It feels like you have control over your players. And it feels like they're going to do what you tell them to do. Now, the one thing about the PS4 that I hate so much is that if I tell them to shade inside, to like take away a slant route, they still give up the slant route. If I tell them outside, they still throw an outside to the goddamn sideline and catch it just because they got Devontae Adams. I hate that so much. I have not really experienced that problem as you see Patterson juke me and take it to the house. I have not experienced that problem yet on the PS5 for the most part. It's highly responsive. You know, if I tell them to take away something, that's typically what they're going to try to take away. And that I can appreciate more than I ever will on the PS4. It's a lot of fun playing PS5. Like I said, it's just something new. It's something that's going to take a while to get used to. As you see, the slow in and out of the break, but that's still 97 speed with Mecole Hardman, so he's able to break away from people. Mahomes really throws the ball like Patrick Mahomes. You know, I can drop back, scramble for a little bit, find something open, and make things happen. Right here, 4th and 2. There's just too much speed on the field. I'm reading cover 2, and I'm going to just take what's there. You know, take a small play, get up the field, go down. Right before half, this is just a momentum play for me. I figured he manned up Travis Kelce with somebody, but I didn't see nobody on him initially, so I was going to throw it quick. And I happened to get that touchdown right before half. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Travis Kelce does not have 90-something speed. But as you can see, he gets up the field and nobody can catch him in the open field. Nobody. It is not because he's so fast that can't nobody catch him. It's just more realistic in the way people run. Right there, great play by Ward. And that's pretty much the ball game. Alright, like, I came out, I got stopped on my first drive. I didn't panic because I got the Chiefs. So I figured I was going to be able to find something eventually. But as you see with the run game, you got to be really patient. The pass game, it'll always open up. This game, you will be allowed to send pressure. You know, multiple defenders after the quarterback if you choose to. And just like real life, it's hard to send that much pressure when you got weapons all over the field like the Chiefs does. Right here, I just settled for 3 hours. My goal was just to take as much time off the clock as possible. And pretty much ball game over. Cabalot King Sosa, appreciate you for being my first opponent. I appreciate the experience playing on the PS5. It's something to get used to, but I think once everybody gets used to it, everybody will fall in love with it, kind of like they did on the PS4 side. So that's the big thing. That's the big takeaway. Towards the end, you're just going to see Montgomery run down the field. Eventually, he's going to pop it in for a touchdown. But yeah, this is PS5 gameplay. This is something to get used to. This is something everybody's going to like. The next gen stats are amazing. The player field is amazing. They still don't have referees on the field. That's like my one big takeaway. They still don't have refs on the field. They still missing some of the things that make Madden, like just choosing a coin toss. But other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's gameplay. That's probably my last live PS5 game until next Madden, and I'm out.